Best thing on her. I don't know why you can put me down. Shit, I am the shit.
This ain't no regular thing. Came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking and talking me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm champion. The game is in trouble, I've been in my depth for the piece of the puzzle, I got it for real. Still keep me going, I wake up and hustle, you won't see me buckle, I've been in the field. Man of the town, you been in your fields, I'm adjusting this crown. Call me your majesty, either that or your tragedy, we shutting everything down. I've been hot like somebody put a candle on them. Off top, I don't really stand opponents, this mine. The moment is run out and start a bunch of pandemonium. More game, I got some, the skill is bar one, y'all done, the game in the coffin. Referee scream rest in peace, and think twice if you next to me, it's West. This ain't no regular thing, I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean, this for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking and talk to me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm champion. It's our repetition, I'm stacking these trophies, I'm good with addition. I spit like a pastor, I give you the vision. Up early morning, enough for the sleeping. My life is a dream, but you wishing you lived it. Haters get livid, my pocket's Pacific, that's deep if you get it. So Tempur-Pedic, I sleep on the critics. Don't feel like competing, I'm hearing these tickets. Whoa, let me switch the flow, a new bounce. Coming to the den with a lion, I'm gon' pounce. Know I've been a king for a while, got a ring and a crown. That's the bling with the blow, what the team is about. Champions, you can tell by the ambience of this sound. Referee scream rest in peace, and think twice if you next to me, it's no doubt. This ain't no regular thing, I came for the ring, you know what I mean. If you talking and talk to me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right. This ain't no regular thing, I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean, this for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking and talk to me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm champion.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, you tuned in to the one and only Big Hank Sports Review. Yeah. Basketball, football, breaking it down for you. Yeah. Now vibe with me. Like, comment, subscribe, oh yeah. Kick back, enjoy the ride. Basketball, football, talking that truth. Sports review with Hank bringing the proof. Big Hank Sports. Like, comment, subscribe, kick back, enjoy the ride. Basketball, football, talking that truth. Sports review with Hank bringing the proof. Step on the court, feel the sneaker squeak. Hank call a play like a coach unique. Fast break vision, highlight reel. He breaking down the stats with that southern feel. On the field, end zone, crowd gon' roar. Touchdown energy, we want more. So if you want the game from a real point of view, better show love, like, comment, subscribe to. Like, comment, subscribe, say what. Big Hank, keep the game alive. Basketball, football, talking that truth. Sports review with Hank bringing the proof. Big Hank Sports Review. NBA nights, NFL days. Hank break it down in so many ways. From the block to the pocket, the hustle, the grind. Every story hit different when Hank defines. Laughs in the flow, but the game stay tight. He shine the spotlight where it feel just right. Sports and the culture, it's more than a vibe. It's the truth and the groove. Come on, subscribe. Now don't wait, don't hesitate. Click that button, elevate. Join the tribe, be part of the crew. Sports review with Hank coming straight to you. Like, comment, subscribe, yeah. Keep the channel alive. Basketball, football, talking that truth. Sports review with Hank bringing the proof. Hank Sports Review. Review.
Good Monday. It's a Monday afternoon. Guys, we back at it. We back in the basement. Having that good conversation, talking sports. Now, guys, y'all see that thumbnail? Y'all know what it is. We got to talk about the Bears season that they had. What is the plan? What is the future? What's the discussions? Who we need to sign? Who we need to trade? Maybe trade for? And who we need to draft? We got all of that wrapped up today. We're going to talk about it. Matter of fact, we're going to even do it on a mock simulated draft for you guys. Now, we're not going to do any trades in this draft. All right, we're not going to do any trades in the draft, but we are going to have a mock draft. And y'all going to be presented to it. Y'all going to be present to it. Y'all going to get to see me do it, go through it, because I'm going to share with you guys. It's only fair, right? But with that being said, I appreciate every last one of you guys being here. Do me a solid, guys, and hit that goddamn like button.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button. You guys all know what it is. Push that goddamn button. Hit that like. I appreciate every last one of you. If you're not a subscriber, shame on you. Goddamn it, shame on you. Subscribe to my channels. I would greatly appreciate all of it. I promise you I would. Look at that beautiful avatar. Y'all see that? It's a thing of beauty. Chicago Bears fan. He wants to know, how do you think the Bears is going to do next season? Guys, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. We got to talk about it. Huh? I'm in a beautiful state of Kentucky. Shout out to the KY. Guys, with that being said, I just want to let you know I'm glad to be here on a beautiful Monday, the first Monday of Black History Month. Now, it's going to be not what the show's about. But guys, with that being said, it's only fair to celebrate it. Right on? You know what I mean? It is what it is. But with that being said, let's get to it. Let's talk about it. Let's get to it. Because the first thing I want to make sure I do pull up is some of the things we definitely going to be talking about. So first things coming up, as far as all of this football stuff, we got free agency. Right, guys? We got free agency. Guys, we need to sign that's currently on our roster, if that's what we're going to do. We need to go out there and get some free agency. What are we going to trade for them? I sign them, whatever we're going to do. That's the first thing that comes up. Of course, following that, then we have our draft. But let's talk about free agency, right? So I know there's a lot of rumors out there as far as free agency. A lot of deals that we should be making or looking to make. Brother Marcus, hopefully all is well. My man said, good morning, sir. Just subscribe to your channel from the UK. Man, I appreciate you. I promise you do. I will appreciate you. Marcus, too early to be hating, dog. Goddamn, I ain't said shit yet. My man said, F the Bears. Shame on him. I don't know what Marcus' team is, but Marcus need to watch his goddamn mouth. But no, let me say this. Of course, the hot name out there for a lot of people to be expecting us to look into, and that's Max Crosby. I like Max Crosby. He's one of those players, man, you would love to have on your squad, right? He's one of them players that can definitely make a big difference. You know, that's the type of player Max Crosby is. And I would love to have him on my team. He will be a great addition to the Bears. But the only thing about it is you have to damn near sell your whole draft pick, your salary cap, a few current players in order to get them. Now, if that's the case, if that's the case, that's what we got to do in order to get this guy. I want him. Now, if they say, Hink, you as a GM, and the Raiders come to Hink and they give me a phone call, they hit me up on the 10 digits, 502-555-5555. They hit me up. You don't call me. I'm gonna take the phone call. I see it's from the Vegas area code. What's happening? I'm gonna take the phone call and I'm gonna hear him out. I'm gonna hear him out and I'm gonna hear what you got to offer. They'll come to me and say, Brother Hink, we got this great player, good pass rusher, edge rusher. I know that's a much needed position for you guys, and we'll be willing to part with him. You know, we are 1 year out of the 4 left. But we trying to move him to create and get some assets. Now, you have a receiver down there that I would love to match up with our first pick in the draft, who we plan on drafting a quarterback. Okay, cool. But we will also need your first round draft pick in that, as well as a additional pick this year, of course. Okay. I'm not going to hang up just yet, right? I'm not going to hang up just. I'm going to hear him out. But so far, so good, I can deal with it, right? He didn't say nothing about future picks for next year. He didn't say our first pick for 2027. He just wants one for 2026. Okay, cool. I'm okay with that. We picking 25th, right? That's cool. We 7 spots from being in the second round. Of course, with the season that we earned, we picked that low, which could have been lower, like 32nd. But it's a different conversation. I'm going to still hear him out. Okay, first pick, an additional pick. Okay, how about we do this? How about I give you a first and a 5th, along with a receiver sounds like you look for? Maybe DJ Moore. I'll be willing to give you DJ Moore, a first pick of the draft, as well as a 5th round pick for this so-called edge rusher that y'all are shopping. Of course, we all know who we talk about, Max Crosby. Now, if we could make that type of deal, I'd be willing to jump. I'd be ready to give my gentleman's handshake, saying, let's do this. Of course, pending on each player's physical, of course. So each player passes the physical. We make the deal. They get a first and a 5th round. We get Max Crosby. They get DJ Moore. We not asking for no picks back. We'll just accept the deal straight up, straight down, as is. I'll be willing to make that deal. But guys, I'm not giving any more than what I just offered right there in order to get him. I'm not. I think anything more than that is asking too much, in my opinion. It really is asking too much. And I don't expect to give him more than what I just gave him and what I just offered. I think that's a fair deal. Now, some of you say, oh, it's too much. Okay. I mean, I understand what you're saying. I can accept that if you feel like it's not a fair deal. You feel like you shouldn't have to give up that 5th round. Okay, I understand that. Guys, but you got to remember, we got to make some room. Part of the trade with DJ Moore will help us with the salary cap. Like I said, in my opinion, I think it's a fair deal. And I would definitely make that deal. Now, let's keep that in mind when we're going through this mock draft, right? Let's keep this in mind as we go through the mock draft. Average man, hopefully all is well with you. Shout out to Brother Average, my fellow stogie smoker. I hope you're having a good week so far. I heard a lot of words about Max Crosby and DJ Moore. I have too. And if that's the deal that's offered, I'll be okay with that deal, brother. I promise you I would. I'll be okay with it because I think it's a fair deal. Two draft picks and a player. I think it's fair. For one player back, yeah, I think it's a fair deal. Especially for a player like Max Crosby. That would definitely be a game changer. Because let me say this. You have a good pass rush, they're going to make your cornerbacks look good. They're going to make your DBs look good. It's going to allow the jobs of the linebackers a lot easier, right? It really is. You got a good pass rush, the DBs ain't got to guard as long. Why? Because that pass rush is getting to the quarterback. And now you got somebody like Montez Swift, who is a good additional in pass rush, but he's not the main guy. It's never been him. He wasn't that way at Mississippi State. He wasn't that way at the Commanders. And he so far hasn't been that way for the Birds. But you get a dominant player like a Max Crosby for the bottom baseman price that I think we should get him for. Oh, you got something there, guys. You got something there. And I would love to see him being disruptive for the Chicago Bears. I would love that. But guys, with that being said, if we could make that deal, that'd be a great addition. That'd be one of the players. And I wouldn't be really looking to sign nobody else as far as other teams, as free agents for other teams or free agent trade. I wouldn't. Then I'd be focusing on signing the players that we need to sign back. I like Bayard. I would want to keep him. I would even want to keep Brisker as well. So let's say we sign those guys. We let Nahshon Wright go. People forgot we still got Scott there. He didn't play at all this year because he was hurt. Stevenson, I still think he could be a contributor. We got Gordon as well. We got Johnson coming back. So right there, we got our 4 mainstay cornerbacks. Now, my focusing on our draft will be strictly defense. Maybe 1, maybe 2 offensive players. But I feel like most of our draft players, especially the first 3 rounds, should be locked in and focused on defense. And I want y'all to keep that in mind because when I do my mock draft, that's what you will see me doing. Even with the addition of Max Crosby, you can still never have enough pass rusher. So please keep that in mind as I go through this draft. Keep that in mind. That's how I will handle the free agency. Now, as far as the trade, we already talked about it. We'll trade. We'll be looking to bring in Max Crosby. I feel like, of course, we need to let Braxton Jones go. He will be gone. Edmonds will be let go unless he be willing to renegotiate his contract. Now, if we get him for the cheap, I don't have a problem with keeping him. Sign him to a 3-year deal. But if he's not willing to give us a hometown discount, we'll bid this man a goodbye. That's all I'm going to say about that. That's all I'm going to say about that. But as far as other assets, I like what we got going on. One of them offensive players that I would be looking to draft in the draft would be an offensive lineman, of course. Not what I consider a specialty position. I like Luther Burton. I like Walker. I like to see Rome really step up. So there's our three receivers right there. Zacchaeus, I will bring him back for a reasonable price, of course. So now you have your four receivers. Of course, Dumais would still be there as our special teams guy. Now, Roschon Johnson, I'll be done with him. Travis Homer, I'll be done with him. Now y'all say, well, hey, now you're thinning out the running back position. Okay, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because I know there's running backs is a dime a dozen, right? Now I'm not gonna say the good running backs are. No, I'm not. But just the position of running backs is that, and I feel like we got a nice 1-2 punch with Swift as well as Mononga, right? And maybe go out there and get us a running back, whether it's the draft or possible free agent for a reasonable price, of course. But guys, with that being said, let's get to this mock draft. Because if y'all don't know, I'm a man who believes in building through the draft, right? I believe in building through the draft. I believe in that's how you build your team in a successful manner. Now, there's different forms of fashion to do it. We also seen the Rams win a title without building through the draft majority. They built it through free agents, and I'm okay with that too. But if you don't make me want to bet and put a knife to my head, a gun to my head, and say, Hank, which one that you would do? You got to do one of it. I'm saying build through the draft. Because I like what we could get for the short term out of those draft picks and maybe decide whether we want to keep them for long term or just let them go. See, when you go through the free agent, they can have that one solid year, but then next year, not so well. They just playing up to get that contract. They just playing up to get that deal. And we make a move and they don't live up to expectations. We got that right now on our team. Unfortunately, we signed the end that we thought was going to be there. And he wasn't a factor when his short time was playing before he got hurt for the season. It was very disappointing. We paid a lot for this man. He's entitled, I think, $25 million next year. Definitely not worth it. Definitely not worth it. But with that being said, we're going to get this mock draft, guys. Let's go. So, guys, as you can see, I'm using the PFSN mock draft simulator. I already preloaded. I got going for 7 rounds, normal speed, and I will be locked in for the Chicago Bears. So, with that being said, I'm going to use ESPN, the selection of players and where they rank them at. Since that's one we all know, we all can relate to. Let's go that route. And then we're going to start. My man said, get this guy a spot just anywhere to work with the Bears. But I'll be willing to make a relocation to work for my team. I'm just saying. With that being said, let's get ready to go. We're going to go through this draft, and you're going to be a part of this journey. And guys, at the end of the draft, we definitely going to talk about it. With that being said, let's start. So, of course, we got the first up. We got the Fernando Mendoza, quarterback. So we had a 25th pick. We got a little while to go, but that's okay. We're gonna pick our guys. We're gonna get what we need. We're not gonna worry about what people say. Most people think about our grading of it because they're gonna grade your draft and all that. That's cool. So now we up, and I hate it. Look, they are retired for trade, but we're not. We're rejecting you. We're rejecting you too, and especially FGB. So with that being said, I was looking at McDonald, defensive tackle from Ohio State. I think he would have been a great addition for the Chicago Bears. But just prior to, he was drafted. Now, there's a couple players that I do like in this draft. But being that we got us an end already, we're not going to worry about it. And y'all notice, guys, we traded our first round pick. Right? We traded to the Raiders. Now, I'm drafting and thinking as such, right? That's what we got to do. So I'm going to hold a trade to this team. And I'm going to trade what they was asking for first and our fifth. They asked for something back. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're going to go like if we didn't turn down Max Crosby. I did say no trading this. So we're going to go like that. So with that being said, I do like the defensive end from Clemson. But this draft is so deep and full of them. Right? This draft is so deep and full of between tackles and end. But what I do like is I like this guy from Texas Tech, Lee Hunter. I do like him. I watched him in a playoff game. I've seen him one other game in a regular season. They're in the Big 12, for those who don't know. And I'm going to go with Lee Hunter. So I drafted Lee Hunter, a defensive tackle from Texas Tech. I like him. I really like his teammate that played in, but of course we wasn't high enough in the draft to get him. So we had to do what we had to do, right? So now that we fit one of our spots at the defensive tackle, now I'm looking to maybe fill that edge spot or maybe even another tackle. I would like to build up on our tackle position. And I'm going to reject your trade because I said no trades. So with the 57 pick, as I look, we also need some linebackers because unfortunately, TJ Edwards was going to miss some of the game. So is Sewell. So right now we need to resign Jackson back. We need to resign Jackson back. And as a possible one of the linebackers that we can play. So with that being said, we got Anthony Hill Jr. as a possibility. I'm going to go on the defensive side for sure. So that won't be a problem. I like the run. I like the defensive tackle from Oklahoma. Not too hip on the edge rusher from Penn State, but we all know Penn State usually keeps some pretty nice edge rush. But guys, let me do this because I like this young man. This cornerback from Indiana, D'Angelo Pons. Now he's 5'9", right? He's not the biggest, but I do like him. we can use another cornerback because we do need to replace Deshaun Wright. I know we got the mother four. Scott's coming off of injury. Stevenson, he's going to be looking for a contract deal. But we do have Kyler Gordon and Johnson under for sure. But I like this young man, so I'm going to take him. I'm going to take him at the cornerback position. So, guys, as we look through this as our draft, our next picked up will be in the third round, pick number 89. So a lot of players go through, But guess what? I'm staying on the defense side. Look at this. No. We're rejecting this. We will go on the defensive side. Cool? Yes. Yes, we will. So as I look on the defensive side, I do like where I can draft this defensive tackle, right? I do like that. So with that being said, I will go with this Grayson Hilton. So now we have our two defensive tackles, right? We got that. Now let's look to draft somebody on the edge, or we can go with that offensive player I was looking at. But I'm gonna see what they offer us as far as the defensive end spot. That's gonna be my first priority. That's gonna be my first priority. So really not liking what I'm seeing in that edge spot. Not right here, not right now. So with that being said, let's go back to all. And let's look at this possible position as far as offensive line. Not really feeling them. I want to wait to see this one guy that they do. I don't feel like this round is the round to draft him. So when I look at getting the safety, let's see what they have to offer. That is a position that we need to address to go you. We already got a pretty good cornerback on our roster. Let's look at the safety positions. Not feeling the safeties. Let's go to linebackers. Okay, now, let me say this. I like this linebacker from Indiana. The guy's a tackling machine. And could you imagine you got two national championship players on your squad? I do like him. But is this the spot where we need to really maybe look at the running back position? I don't know. I think I'm gonna hold off. And I'm gonna go over and look at these linebackers. And I think I will go with now, according to the projection, it's a little higher than normal. Fisher is ranked about 145, so that's more like a late fourth rounder, early fifth rounder. But I'm willing to take him right here. especially to bless our linebacker position, because Edmonds could be gone if he doesn't sign a friendly deal. We got a couple linebackers that's already going to be on injured and hurt. So why not bring one in for the future? So I took him. So right now, we got Hunter, Pons, Halton, and Fisher. All defensive players is what we're looking at so far. Right? That's what we're looking at so far. So our next pick is pick 163. Of course, that's in the 5th round. So now's our time again. Still not looking to make a move on this running back position. Even though I would like to have one, I'm not going to make a move on it. But let's go to this offensive tackle spot. Let's look at the pass rush, edge. Now I'm liking what I'm seeing at this position. I really am, but I don't know if I want to make. Let's make this one. Let's go with Barham. He's ranked at the 153 position, lower than where we pick it at. I think since you reached on Fisher, what's something wrong with picking him at this spot? Let's go. So now we got our defensive tackle, we got a cornerback, we got another defensive tackle, we got a linebacker and an edge. So we are fulfilling a lot of the positions that we really need. We really are. So I like what we're focusing in on. I like that we're hitting the spots. So we got an edge. We got our other positions. Now, of course, we don't have the 2 offensive positions that I said I was going to draft. But, guys, we got 2 picks left. We got 239 as well as pick 241. So, now we know last season we got Kyle Monungai in the 7th round. And I believe we came up with gold with that position. Can we hit striker gold again? Let's see. All right, guys, we got basically 2 picks back to back at this spot, right? Basically 2 picks back to back at this spot. So with that being said, I need to make my last 2 picks of the draft. And one of the picks I'm going to go with, I'm going to go with Black. Keelan Black. Now, I watched this guy. Indiana's right across the bridge from me, right? I watched this guy play a lot, especially the whole playoffs. I watched him in the Big Ten championship. And this guy was a ball mover. Didn't matter. He carried guys in order to get the first down, in order to get the yardage that he needs. And I'm going to go with him again. Shout out to Black History Month. This brother's name is Black. So let's go with Brother Black. And so now we right back at it. Now, at this position, I'm going to take an offensive tackle. Now, do we have a few offensive tackles? Yes, we do. Unfortunately, our mainstay tackle, the Polo, he's hurt and he's going to be missing a lot of the season, regular season. And so with that being said, I don't mind adding an offensive tackle in this draft. And another guy who played for a title, and I watched quite a few times, plays offensive tackle for the University of Miami, and that's Markel Bell. So I'm going to go with him. Big guy, 6'9", 340 pounds. That's a big body. And so you imagine putting him at that offensive tackle position. Now, of course, you're going to give him some time to learn a little bit, but he's going to eventually develop to an anchor type tackle. And I can see that 6'9" frame blocking for my man Caleb Williams for the next 5 to 10 years. With that being said, let's go on and draft him. So, guys, you need to know my draft is complete, right? My draft is complete. I just need allowed to run through the process, right? Just need to run through the process. What up, Pink? Ain't nobody coming to Chicago. My man, Big ATLiens is a certified. It ain't nothing we can do about it. We're going to pray for that, brother. My man said the Bills, the best. Okay. We're going to see how they do with their new coach. Josh Allen's still there. Josh Allen is a factor. But we'll see how that goes. So with that being said, the Chicago Bears 2026 draft is complete now. The draft that I put together, the draft that I see fit. Right? So this was ESPN ranked players. Lee Hunter, who was played in the Shrine Bowl. Played in the Senior Bowl and the Shrine Bowl football game. Was dominant during the practices. Heard a lot of good things about him. Seen some other Bears fans talk about him. So that already gave me the confidence to even look at him. Now, if you look at a lot of drafts, he's projected to really go